Hey, I thought I might make another vlog, on the alphabet line. So we're up to D, and, I'm just deleting a few things because my camera keeps sticking. I don't know if it's actually helping. Hopefully it will. Anyway, so D is for doctors. Oh, it just stopped on a really ugly thing. I was like this. Anyway, doctors don't like doctors, and I don't mean I don't like all people who choose as a profession doctor. I just mean I don't like going to the doctors, and I don't like ringing the doctors. I don't like ringing anybody, but I find it really hard. The system is just weird, and they seem to tell different people different things, but they always seem to tell me I have to ring on the day at like 8 o'clock in the morning to get an appointment that day. Other people I know seem to manage to make appointments, and I would rather make an appointment. I'm okay about ringing to make appointments, and I don't like going to the doctors because I get really nervous. I get really nervous waiting in waiting rooms. I get nervous having to speak to the person at the desk. But the worst bit is when you talk to the doctor. I've seen specialists before, and I like specialists because they seem to want to ask questions and get to the bottom of what's really wrong with you, and you feel like you can talk to them and that they know what they're talking about. But like in my experience, GPs aren't really interested in how you are, and don't really want to know about your actual symptoms, get to the bottom of anything. They just seem to want you in and out, and they can sometimes be kind of rude in quite a lot of ways. I've come out of the doctors crying many a time, and I just don't feel like they want to listen, and I don't know what to say because people like me find it hard to know what to leave out of something. Like, we're very into the truth and the truth being known and the full picture, so it's really hard for us to know which bits to leave out to give an accurate picture. And like I say, they just want to seem to treat your symptoms or get you to go away, and not really get to the root cause of it. I mean, I've had a lot of things that are caused by anxiety, but they never really put that together and say, oh look, it looks like you've got all these things that were caused by anxiety. Why don't we treat your anxiety, or why don't we look at why are you anxious a lot of the time, things like that. So to be fair, I don't go to a doctor. I try and research and treat things myself as much as possible, unless I'm debilitated, in which case I've got no problem going and seeking help for something like that. If I'm, apart from the fact that you might find it hard to get out of bed or whatever, but they can make house calls, I guess. The dentists, I guess. I hadn't been in 20 years, and I went, and they basically just gave them a clean and didn't need any fillings or anything, which I found was weird because my teeth were all jumbled up, you might have noticed. And it's my mum's fault because my sister had a brace and she got loads of her teeth taken out. She had a different dentist, and hers are all straight. But when I went, my mum didn't want me to have x-rays, and the dentist said to me, like, oh, if you keep pushing it, this one will go forwards, and I knew it wouldn't because this one at the bottom pushes it back. So I thought, well, every time I close my mouth it's pushing it back because this one at the top came down somewhere in the middle of my mouth. It has gone further to the edge, but they're not straight, so they're hard to clean, and I don't like them at all. But I'm not bothered, if you know. Like, I'd like them to be straight, but I'm not going to get it fixed. And a lot of people have slightly jumbled teeth, and I think it can give character to a face. I would, if I had the money, it would cost me a lot of money though. It cost me thousands of pounds. They told me they could straighten it, but it cost me thousands of pounds. But yeah, my mum just didn't take me to the dentist when she was supposed to, because I was supposed to be having something done. And she messed up so many times, they basically struck me off their list. And then they wouldn't let me back in, and that's when I was at primary school. And I didn't actually see anyone since primary school. Yeah, so I do have a D-list somewhere, but I wasn't planning this because I was going to make a normal vlog, but when I was making my normal vlog it kept sticking and stuff, and it's sticking now, so I have no idea if this is going to be in time. I've seen some baby daffodils everywhere, and the miniature ones, they really make me smile, the little miniature daffodils. You probably think that's silly. I love flowers, so I like all living things. Divorce. My parents are divorced. Now, a friend of mine was moaning about, well, not a friend of a friend, was moaning about how their dad had left when they were a baby, and I don't want to put that down in any way. Like, if to them it was a terrible thing, of course it was, you still get abandonment, but my parents, I wish my dad would have left sooner. He was extremely shouty, violent, and it traumatized me and my sister. I remember saying, I better not talk about them because I'll just talk about me. But basically, I used to ask my mum and dad to make up and stop arguing. I didn't like how he treated her. I still remember it. I didn't like it, and I tried to ask them to make up, and at first they were like, oh, you know, when we first moved house and I was 2.5, and I used to ask them, and then I remember the time when it didn't work anymore, and they were like, just go away, you know, it didn't work, and they went to counselling, and they tried to work it out, and they were trying to get, like, my mum was making a lot of effort, and my dad really didn't, and I just wish he'd pissed off sooner, because what he did was then he went and got with somebody else, and I reckon he was with her at the same time, and I don't want to be mean about her because she's very nice and I still know her now, and he had kids with her, and they're my brother and sister, and I love them very much. But I think he should have just gone in the first place. There was all this ooh and ah, are we going to move, are we not going to move? And I didn't go to school till later because of that, I think. And then when he left, it was some of the happiest times of my life, just me and my sister and my mum. You know, she tried really hard, and I hate that everyone goes on about one-parent families as if it's so terrible, and that's someone's excuse for behaving badly. Well, it was so much better just with my mum, and I wish he'd have gone sooner. And he did a lot of coming back, you see. He did a lot of going and coming back. It's like the divorce lasted years and years, and I used to think that was because divorce took years and years, but I know other people who've got divorced a lot quicker than that. So, and my mum's never remarried, never really had another boyfriend. And my dad went to marry another 2 times. Well, he married 3 times in total, and none of them's worked out because he's impossible to live with. And since I got with my boyfriend, he's disowned me, so that's relationships for you. You know, when you're a child and your dad leaves you, it's like in a relationship when you get dumped. And to get dumped when you're not fully mature is a strange thing, and it hangs over you the rest of your life. I think I tried extra hard afterwards to get like male attention. I think I always wanted male attention, even like the wrong kind, because probably definitely the wrong time. And I think it's the divorce that did that. But anyway, yeah, I understand now. I mean, relationships, you shouldn't just stay together for the kids. I mean, you should try and make it work for the kids, or not just stay together because if you're not happy, they know. You can't hide it. Drugs. I don't do drugs. I've seen the effects it has on people working at Boots. You see people coming in and gradually just going, like, deteriorating, and they can't even tell they've deteriorated, and they can't speak or walk properly. Anyway, it's such a dangerous thing. And I don't mean drugs like paracetamol, I mean like recreational use drugs. Anyway, I'm past 10 minutes, so I better go. But yeah, drugs are bad, and you can just say no. Just say no. Especially teenagers, certain drugs stay in your system, like LSD, and you might go mad. I hope you found this, and not entertaining, but I hope you found it interesting. And I hope you go out and enjoy the sunshine. Okay?